Stuart, back for an update. Been a wee while since our last one. We'll start off with our first league game of the season, which was Musselburgh away.
Yeah, couldn't to be honest, couldn't got much more difficult. Clearly going there after to play last season's unbeaten league winners, it was always going to be challenging, but I felt probably clearly it was the best possible start we could have had. To be honest, and I'll go into it later, but I actually felt we changed our style a wee bit, and we did that because clearly we identified and knew who we were playing against. We were a bit more direct, and I felt we played the game really well. I think there were still points in the game where we did play some nice intricate stuff, but a lot of it was more kind of playing our strengths, playing in transition. I just felt we played the game really well, and to be fair to the boys at the back, they were man mountains that night. I felt we defended the box really well, and to keep a clean sheet, score 5 goals, and the opening game of the season, you can't really ask for much more. Brilliant start to the season. Just their general kind of work rate, work ethic, desire to get over the line, say defend the box was just extraordinary. Maybe potentially a few doubters or a few people looking at that score expecting a reverse scoreline. Probably a bit surprised, but we won in the way that they've trained and the way they've done things over pre-season.
Kyle Walker, man of the match.
Kyle timed himself nicely to get his first 2 goals. Listen, I think we scored 2 really good times. Obviously, Kyle scored just before half time and KP scored just after half time. But Kyle's best goal tonight was the set play that funny enough we had actually worked on, but it wasn't the one we were meant to be doing. It was actually a really well taken corner, and it's a great finish for Kyle. Kyle's a player who over pre-season I thought got better and better. My first pre-season friendly I thought he was exceptional, and he was really, really good that night as well, scoring the 2 goals, and I think he got an assist as well. But no, he was exceptional that night, and again, being an elder player now in his last year 20s, he stepped up big time.
And it was our first home game of the season at home Edinburgh South.
To be honest, I thought we were back to what we've been really good at in pre-season. I felt we passed the ball really well, and I felt either first 10 minutes I thought it looked like it could be a scary night, and then last 10 minutes, last 10-15 minutes, I think it was all them, and we're kind of hanging on. But for probably a good 60 minutes in the game, I thought we were excellent, really, really good. We had enough chances probably to win, but in those wee spells, kind of at the start and towards the end, I felt in the end quite happy with our point, particularly how it finished. But I felt our general play, and considering the general youthfulness of the team, the fact that we controlled spells of the game and long spells of the game and created decent opportunities was really, really pleasing. I think as our first goal, the equaliser that Jay scores is a fantastic team goal. Great ball from Noah, great time run for Jay, and great finish. And again, something we've been working on in terms of our rotations and how we get out. It was really, really pleasing. Really pleasing.
And you've mentioned there, but no Craigie man of the match that night.
No, it was exceptional. And again, I feel that he's really, as we go on, but I feel he's really come on to a game. I feel he's becoming, I say experienced, I don't think he's hit 50 games yet, but he's still only 17, and he's really playing well. He leads by example, and by the way, his communication is getting better and better, acting like a leader on the pitch. His work rate, work ethic, and his technical ability is fantastic. We've now scored a number of goals where he's picked up the ball in that kind of area of the pitch and played a diagonal pass or shaped the ball down the side. He's been very, very good, and he was a big part of kind of our domination possession that night.
After that was a away trip up the Leaf.
Yeah, and difficult one. I felt in the game, I felt we actually had a lot of the ball, and this is where probably it's a fine line between having good possession and creating a lot. I actually spoke to Josh, the manager, afterwards, and it was very complimentary about it. And I felt we did pass the ball really well for periods, but I didn't actually think we created very much, and that's why I think Leith deserved to win the game. And I think over the course of the game they created the far superior chance. I don't actually remember us surely making the goalie make a save. I think Andrews had a volley for the edge of the box, which we could maybe do better with, but it's a difficult chance. I think we had a couple of corners, couple of cutbacks, but none really make the goalie make a save. We kept good possession, we passed the ball well, and I felt we controlled periods of the game, but we just didn't have our usual creative selves on, which again is as part of our learning as coaches and as a management to try and get a wee spark as well to the players on a Friday. So positives to take. Did I feel deserved to lose 4-1? Probably no, but I don't think we did enough to win the game, so no real complaints, to be honest.
And young lad Ruaridh Jackson, man of the match that night.
Ruaridh did really well, and Ruaridh's a big part of how we've been playing this season, how we've started. Again, 16, and clearly he's not the biggest, but his technical ability is frightening, really good, and I feel that is the reason why he should be playing. Do you know what I mean? And I felt even that night he made us tick. We're a footballing team, and we always will be, because of the technical football players we've got, and Ruaridh's a great example of that. He's made a fantastic start to the season. I liked us as a group, probably just to try and be a bit more creative. I think our quality of movement could have been better that night, but there was a lot of positives to take again. That young team and still dominating a lot of the ball was very positive. Just wee fine tweaks that we probably need to make to be a bit more creative.
Then it was time cancel at home.
No, I felt, because I didn't think we passed the ball great, and I didn't feel we probably didn't do enough again to. I felt we deserved a point at the game at the minimum. I did. I felt there was points in the game that probably didn't go our way. Important points in the game. Ultimately missed a penalty in the 90th minute to get a point. I don't think we passed the ball as well as we could. We didn't defend the last goal or the free kick that they scored from well enough to get something for the game. So we can do things differently, there's no doubt about it. I felt there was points in the game that we probably didn't go our way. But that's football, and we can still control the controllables, which is defend the box better. We can still pass the ball better. We can still go and take our chances that we do get. Tynecastle a big direct side. Had to defend a lot of long throws, a lot of free kicks, a lot of corners. And again, the free kick that we give away into the box, is it a free kick? I'm not sure, but doesn't matter. Like, it's probably a daft challenge to make, or give the ref a decision to make, and we need to defend the free kick better. So we're in control of that, and we need to defend that better first and foremost. Do I think we deserved a draw for a play? I probably do, but again, it's probably the learning for a young group that round the box we need to be careful getting away free kicks, particularly towards the end of a game. We're not the biggest team, we know that, so we need to be especially careful in terms of free kicks, throw-ins, etc. But frustrating, because I felt we deserved more for the game. But again, the learning curve, need to pass the ball better, quality movement, quality of play needs to be a bit better to get something for the game.
And Fergus Finlayson man of the match that night.
Fergus was excellent. Again, he was a substitute against Musselburgh, came on. Reece got booked, I think, against Musselburgh with about 15 to play. Or maybe less than that, but about 15 to play. Fergus came on, and ever since he's been in the team, he's done excellent, done really well. Again, 16-year-old who has made a big step up this year. He's done really well. We knew he was capable, but I'll be honest, and we've said this in the management as well, that I think he has far surpassed how good we thought he'd be. He's really hit the ground running. He's been excellent.
And then our last week game that we played was Arnie away.
I felt, to be honest, that's probably the best we've been in a game of football. I felt in the first 60 minutes, I felt we were in full control of the game. I felt when we didn't have control of the game was when we'd given the ball away and they were in transition. I felt they did cause a real threat on the break, and Arnie are a good team. They saw that. They went and got they all went and beat Socky on Friday in the cup, and Socky are a good team because we played them in pre-season and we got beat, and they were very good. So we know Arnie are a very good side, but I felt he passed the ball really well. I felt particularly 2 goals, I think it's our first and our second goal, were tremendous. Really good piece of football. First one is an exceptional pass to Cammy Maxwell, who by the way has been brilliant as well since the start of the season. Jamie's done well to get in, good composure, go and finish. And the third goal again, great passage of play, managed to get in down the side. Jamie squares to Jay, and again Jay's had a fantastic start to the season. And 2 really good goals. Rory Ambrose was excellent that night as well, actually, by the top of my head. But I felt we looked back to ourselves, and to be honest, if you look at the opening 5 games, there's actually not been a game we've played poorly. There's been passages of play, and there's been parts of every game in that first 5 that I feel we've been very good. Clearly against Tiny, less of the game we were excellent, but again, the youthful nature of the squad to still have 2 wins, a draw and 2 defeats in opening 5 games, exceptional. We've got the best defensive record that we've ever had at this stage, and I feel that after albeit we probably not scored as much, I feel like we've got more control in games, which has been really, really positive. So delighted with the first 5 games in truth in terms of how we've played them.
And Jamie Brown man of the match that night.
Jamie, very, very good. 2 goals again that night, and I feel that he was back to his best that night, to be honest. We've had a wee bit of disruption in the team with I think Leeds was Edinburgh South, so I had quite a few missing that night at Leeds Festival. So Jamie got back in the team, I want to say, was it Tynecastle? Probably Tynecastle. And I thought he was excellent against Arnie, I really do. I thought he was very, very good. The way that he led the line, linked the play, the danger that he poses in behind was excellent. And I feel he actually took his 2 goals very well as well. So delighted for him as he's done really, really well, I think.
And just looking forward, we've got Newtongrange on Friday.
Tough game, I think for me, I think they're one of the favourites for the league this year, to be honest, before we started. And we're 5 games in, so it's league position is no a gauge where we'll be in May. They've got a lot of good players on the elder side now of 20's football. They're a good team, beat us both times last season, but they're both competitive games. I actually felt the first time we played them, I thought we were not very good. At the end of the season, I actually thought we played a lot better. We're leading until I think the 88th minute, so we know the Blight, very, very, very high intensity team. They'll play at 100 miles an hour. They've got a lot of good players, particularly in the forward areas. But again, they're good defensively. So, we're looking forward to it being another big challenge. But I think they'll be up there this year for sure.
And then just Friday past, Stuart, we also had our debut in the Scottish Youth Cup.
Yeah, just magic. Don't think we're all quite over it yet, to be honest. But no, it was a brilliant night. I felt over the piece. I felt the 2 halves were just 2 chalk and cheese, completely different. I felt first half just we weren't ourselves. I actually didn't think we started too badly. Jay has a good chance, and Jamie has a cut back to no on the edge of the box. We just didn't quite get on the end of it. But after that, I felt we just shrunk. Don't know if that's a confidence thing, a self-belief, I don't know. We challenged them at half time in terms of their not application, but their willingness to really not put the ball in the line, but really exert themselves in the game when the going gets tough. And to be fair to them, I felt the second half we were fantastic, very, very good. I actually felt, other than maybe for a 5-10 minute period, I thought we actually played against the 10 men very, very well. We passed the ball side to side, we were patient. As I said before, we're a football team. We'll always try and play whenever we can. There's no point chunting the ball long back to front just to try and play off a second ball, play off a first. That's no us. And I felt even with 10 men and we're chasing the game, I felt we were confident. I felt we passed the ball. We worked them. We worked their kind of the ball both sides. And I bang on about it so much, but we turned around and look at our substitutes on Friday, and they made a massive difference in the game. And that's what football's all about. We're not a team where you've got 11 starters and then the rest of the boys are subs. It's not how it works. We'll go on to it, I'm sure, but I felt all the boys that came on Friday made a massive contribution, as they have in our opening games. I think in our opening 6 games we made all our subs in 5 out of 6 games. The only one that we didn't was we made 4 out of 5. So again, we've got a strong squad, we're going to use it. But no, I felt second half we thought the boys were exceptional, really, really good, dug deep, and that's the team that we are. Do you know what I mean? It's we had to really work hard for it, but just delighted for him to get over the line, to be honest.
Mentioning one of the subs there, Max McVey, come on, gets man of the match.
Outstanding. It's been frustrating for Max, and I get that. He's probably gone through last year playing really regularly, we maybe didn't expect it, and now wanting to get back in the team, and he's had to be patient. We're a really good team. Max is very versatile. I mentioned 3 strikers. Max can play up there as well, and he did. That's where he got his 2 goals for on Friday. His first goal was an exceptional run across the face, and the second one is pure desire to get there, to be honest. Max is a super football player, and for me, and we've had this conversation, I like him best in the middle of the pitch, as a number 10 or just or playing off the strikers, but he can play up front. Again, he goes on there and scores 2 goals on Friday, so he's exceptionally versatile and he's a super football player. But again, huge credit to Max, but a huge credit to the whole team who come on and contribute. Kieran Patterson, who last week as well, the game against Arnie at that point was our top goal scorer as a sub, came on, contributed. Friday comes on, contributes, getting assists. That's what football's all about. So no, I can't give that group enough credit because they stuck together on Friday and they showed their true colours to get over the line.
Not just looking ahead in the cup, Stuart, you got your eye on anyone?
Rangers Celtic, no, I don't know. I'd actually quite like I'd like a home draw. I'd like a big home draw potentially, so we hopefully get on the park and get a good gate through for the boys, or potentially away to a big club at a big ground probably. Listen, it's a massive task whoever we get, but sky's the limit. This group can hopefully now believe they can take on and compete with anyone, hopefully.
And just quickly touch on the squad, signing of Ben Craigie.
Yeah, no, Ben will be a good addition. So Ben, originally we wanted Ben to feature a lot for the 18s and get his game time. He sometimes struggles with his work to get Saturday off, and he's probably more actually available on a Friday, which is fine. But Ben's not been playing football for a couple of years now, and he's a technically very good football player. And these are the types of players we want in our team and we want in the squad. His attitude's exceptional. He's a really super laddie, and again he's another player who offers something different. Ben, someone who'll drive at a player and slip a pass, or he'll commit a defender. It's just a wee bit different in that kind of number 10 area. So no, I'm really happy to have him on board as well.
And finally, Stuart, Jay Miller made his first team debut.
Jay's been great. Jay's done really well. Again, probably the first couple of games he probably frustrated me most at the first one. I think he then didn't get it. I can't remember, but he's probably everyone wants to play every single game, and I get that. He trained with the first team prior to the Harrington game, and he was exceptional in both the sessions. He really was, and then he made his debut obviously against Harrington the derby on Saturday. But to be fair to the gaffer, he wants involvement as much as he possibly can, and that's what we want. Do you know what I mean? We've had 20's boys training virtually every Tuesday, which is what it's all about again. So no, I'm delighted for Jay, because again he deserves every single success that he gets because of his attitude and his work rate. So no, really good, really pleased on, delighted the way that we've started, to be honest, in Rugby 5.
Stuart, thanks for the update and we'll catch up soon.
Thank you.